today's video. Now, today's video is going to be a bit different. I've had a lot of people reach out to me on Instagram or other forms of media asking me about autism and about my AJ's autism journey and just questions in regards to that. And I thought I'll do a video. It's basically trying to answer as many questions or just talk about the experience that I've been through, and hopefully it might help someone out really. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a speech and language therapist or an occupational therapist. I'm just a mum who has been through it. And I know it's really hard and it can be really confusing, and all this information kind of just gets thrown on you. It's just a lot and it can be very overwhelming. So basically I just thought I could do a little video, talk about my experience, and maybe it's something you've been through, maybe it's something you're going through, and it might help. So yeah, let's get started. Our journey started when AJ was 1.5. We might have been a bit younger, but yeah, around 1.5. And we went to Disneyland, and my aunt, who is she works for a charity called Brainwave, who deal with children with special needs. So she's been around a lot of children who obviously have extra needs, and I don't know what it was that first made her think AJ might have something, but she I didn't know, but when we were on holiday, she was just doing a little test just to see, because she had a feeling AJ might have autism. And when we got back, she said to us about it. At first, obviously, I was just like, no, like AJ wasn't talking and he wasn't showing any signs of talking or anything, but I thought maybe he's just a bit late, like he might just be a bit of a late developer. Yeah, she told us some concerns she had, and it was because AJ wasn't talking or trying to talk, or he wasn't giving any eye contact, and he was literally avoiding eye contact any way he could. So if you were trying to look at him, he would kind of just look away, but not in like an obvious way that you would not, if you go, oh hi AJ, he would kind of just look away, stay looking where he was looking and not look at you. Sometimes he would look at me and his dad, but obviously, anyone else, he wouldn't give them the time of day or pay them any attention. And the other thing was the way he played, which I think was the biggest sign. The best way I can describe it is it's almost like he had severe OCD, so everything had to be perfect. Let's say there was a few bottles, he would have to have them in high order, or have them all facing the right way with the label showing, or anything. It would have to be perfect or the way that he wanted it. When it came to toys, he wouldn't play with toys how they were made to be played. So with a car, he wouldn't play with it pretending it's a car. He would he'd play with the wheels, and you'd be fascinated by the wheels and just spin them, but he would never pretend it's a car. Or the other thing he used to do loads was all his stuff had to be lined up. So all his toys had to be in line and they had to be perfect, and if you took one out or you moved one away, he would freak out. Well, first of all, he'd just put it back, but if you took it away and just took it away, he wouldn't like it. He would cry or just get very upset. It was mostly frustration, and so that's some of the major points that kind of led her to be okay, well, maybe you should go see a doctor. Just, you could be wrong, because I'm not saying these signs mean, oh yes, your child's autistic. They're the signs that AJ had that led us to go to the doctors. The other thing was that he used to run on his toes, and he still does now. He does not walk, he runs, which I mean, I can't run, so that's always fun. But yeah, he runs on his toes. He doesn't run flat-footed. The other thing was, obviously, autism does run in AJ's dad's side of the family. There are a few of his family members who are autistic, and so we weren't completely unaware. We knew little things, but obviously this was all new to us as parents situations. So we went to the doctors, we told the doctor what our worries were, what AJ had been doing, like with his play, or like how he wasn't talking and eye contact. So the doctor got out some toys, and everything we said AJ did. Like the doctor tried to get AJ to look at him. He wouldn't acknowledge him at all. He tried to get AJ to play with the toys like normal, but AJ started lining them up, or line them up and then running around them. That was his thing. He would line them all up in a certain way and then just run around them, just keep running. And yeah, so it was just those little things that we did then get referred to the Phoenix Centre in Bromley, which is where like the speech and language therapists are, the occupational therapists, all of that, to hopefully get him some extra help. Obviously it wasn't that easy. It was a process, and if anyone has autistic children or knows anyone with autism or anything, you will know it is a struggle, and it is a constant fight to get anything you want, like any help towards your child. You are having to fight for it. I mean, we have been on this journey for nearly 3 years, and AJ has not got his full diagnosis. He has only been diagnosed with severe speech and language delay and social and development delay. Now, I've had doctors and everything tell me that he is autistic, but because he needs these certain things and he needs something to put in place, he can't get his full diagnosis. Also, there are so many things on the autism spectrum that it's just so hard. Also, because no autistic child is alike. Literally every autistic child is different. You will never find one that is just like the other. Or that, like, not just children, but anyone with autism. They may have similar traits or like do some things that are the same, but you will never find two alike, because they all have their own little habits. AJ has to have his toys, I don't have anything to show you, but all his toys have to be in a cross. Either in a cross, or now he's into that film How to Train Dragon, he makes everything into wings, and he has to he has dragons, but he wants like pencils, but he won't draw with them. He will put them into wings, and it's like a comforter to him. So I mean, they all have their own, as I said, they all have their own little special things, and it what makes them so unique and makes them who they are. I wouldn't change AJ for the world, because he is such an amazing little person. It's unbelievable. Like the stuff he can do, and he is so clever for his age. I don't know where he gets it from. He does not get it from me. He doesn't get it from his dad. He is really into his puzzles, and it's like his mind thinks in puzzles. I get him the puzzle and he can do it. Like, I constantly get him these new puzzles and he just knows it. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And like, he was playing, like, from the age of 2, he was playing games that were for like 5 or 6-year-old, like these puzzle games, and he just knew it. Like, and even like now, anything that he's very good at working things out. I don't think you realise sometimes how much children take in. Like, he has an iPad, I set a password to it so he can play it all the time, but he worked the password out because he obviously saw me do it once, and he was like, oh yeah, done that, and he just gets into it. I think some people, when people see or think the word autism, some people, they don't know. That's the problem. People don't understand. I mean, AJ is obviously still, he's still doesn't communicate. Well, he communicates, but in a different way. He doesn't talk, he says no consistent words, but he has his own way of communicating, which obviously as family we understand, but other people wouldn't know per se. I mean, but he gives eye contact, he understands, he like, if when you're talking to him, you can tell he's taking it in. So he might not be able to say what he wants to say, but he understands what we're saying. Now, not everything, he doesn't understand everything. Like if I go to him, oh AJ, put your shoes on, get your coat, like let's go, he won't do that. But if I go, oh AJ, shoes, he'll sit on the sofa and he'll pass me his foot, so he knows, you know, we're going out, so I need to put my shoes on or something. But yeah, he understands certain things, and he's come a really long way. I mean, I'm glad we started this so early, because he has come very far in a short amount of time. As I said, it's only really his speech that is lacking, and obviously some social development skills. Like not that he's unsocial, but he likes to be on his own. He likes to play by himself. He's not a big fan on other children coming to play with him. Well, I say that, not always. He doesn't mind playing with older children, but children his own age or younger, he tends to separate himself from. But, you know, going to nursery and everything, that has helped a lot. So he might not get involved, but he will kind of stand there and watch the other children play. If you do have any concerns, there's always people to talk to. Go to your doctor, talk to them, ask about any groups, look online. There's so many groups and there is so much help out there. They just don't advertise it or tell you like you have to go look for it, which isn't good. I know, like, there should be so much more out there, because it seems that it's such a common thing nowadays, autism. Like, everyone I talk to either has a child with autism or knows someone with autism. It's a massive thing, and I do think things need to change. I do think more stuff needs to become available for children with autism. I mean, AJ was on the waiting list to see an occupational therapist for over a year. He still has never seen one. So these children that need things, they're not getting them, and it's not fair. It's a constant battle. I mean, I have my Instagram page. If anyone is worried about not worried, but if anyone has any more questions, or, you know, just wants to talk to someone who has been through it, just drop me a message. I'm always happy to help. As I said, I'm not a professional. I don't know anything. Yeah? You wanna come say hello?
I will.
You wanna say hello?
I will.
Say hello.
I will.
Hello.
I will.
I've learned so much over the last year. So not only obviously have I learned about being a mum, I've also learned all this extra knowledge about autism and special needs and just like speech language, and you become like an all-rounder really. I've had to be a speech and language therapist, I've had to be an occupational therapist, I've had to do all this stuff because the resources aren't out there. And the people doing it are amazing, but there's just not enough of them. And so a lot of the stuff does fall to you to do, or you have to try and do what you can and more. So whatever the speech and language therapist were telling me to do, I would try and do that, and then try and do other things just to try and encourage him. And some days you just don't know what to do, and it can get really tough. Because I don't know, I'm still trying to learn things myself about it, and then you're trying to teach your child about it, and it can be really hard, especially when you're not getting all the help you need, is what I'm trying to say. It can be quite a lonely process, because other mums, they won't understand, and when they talk about their child saying stuff, or like when I see other children like AJ's age and they run up and they go, oh mummy, look at this, and like the mums will be like, oh you know, I wish I could change my name, don't want to keep hearing mummy. And I would just love for AJ to say mummy. Like, oh, it's quite emotional. I think that's what I would love, to just hear him start chatting away. It's crazy how emotional I still get. No, I'm not gonna cry on camera, don't worry. But yeah, it's a very emotional thing is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, it can be very hard. But then you just see your child, and in AJ's case, he is such a happy child. Like, he's just always happy. So when I'm having a down day and worrying, oh my god, am I doing enough? Like, what more could I be doing? You can't do a lot as a mum, like, in any way. Like, there's only so much you can do, like, as you as a person. You're worried, is there more I can do? You're just having those really down days when you just want to do your best and you're worried that you're not doing your best, and then you look at that little face that's just smiling and just being happy about jumping around and then you're like, well, actually, yeah, I did that. Yeah, it can be tough, and there are a lot of other people who experience it, so you're not on your own. There are so many mums and dads whose child has special needs. I'm not just talking about autism, I'm talking about like anything, any SEND parents. They know. they understand. So yeah, you're not on your own. There's always people to talk to. I mean, you can message me on Instagram. I'm always happy to talk or just listen to you, because it's tough, and it's not only tough on your child, but it's tough on you as well. So don't ever think you're on your own with it, because you're not. And trust me, we've all been through something, so nothing's crazy, or how you're feeling isn't bad, or you shouldn't feel guilty in any way if you just don't feel like you're doing your best, because you are. Anything you're doing to try and help, you're doing enough. Even watching this video, because you obviously, if you're watching this because you think your child won't be something, you're doing something, so you're doing amazing, don't worry. I don't feel like people say that enough, but mums and dads just need more credit in general, because raising a child is hard. Yeah, okay, it's hard work, especially when they have extra needs and things like that. You got stress, and then you got more stress. So this has only been a very short video about what we've been through, because obviously I didn't want to keep going on and bore everyone. But yeah, it's just been like the overview of what we're going through and where we're at now. So kind of the start and where we're at now of his journey. And if anyone has any more questions, feel free to just write it down below or message me, or maybe I might even do another video to go into more details about his speech and language and things that we've done to try and encourage him and to kind of get him where he is now. It's been emotional for me. I've never really spoke about this so much. But yeah, as I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not any professional, so I can only talk about what I know and what I've been through and experienced with AJ. But I hope it's kind of helped you, or at least made you maybe understand a bit more about what it's like. Thanks for watching, and if you did like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and hopefully to subscribe to my channel for any upcoming videos. Yeah, stay tuned. Bye.